Welcome to Module 1, Unit 2, which is about agricultural business management. Well, in this lesson, we begin by setting the stage for everything that follows. We will introduce the core idea of agricultural business management and explain why it matters, not just in theory, but in real farming and agribusiness contexts. We will also look at the broader context and relevance of the subject, helping you to understand how agricultural management connects to economic realities, sustainability challenges, and modern market demands. You will be guided through the learning objectives for this unit, so you know exactly what knowledge and skills you are expected to develop by the end. We will then walk through the learning path roadmap, showing how the different topics fit together and how this unit builds towards more advanced concepts later in the course. Finally, we will review the resources and materials you will be using, ensuring you know where to find key readings, tools, and supporting content. By the end of this lesson, you will have a clear sense of direction, purpose, and expectations, setting a strong foundations for your journey through agricultural business management. Okay, now let's start with the overview of agricultural business management as an integrated approach for today's entrepreneur farmers. Well, agriculture today looks profoundly different from how it did even a few decades ago. No longer limited to simple food production, modern agriculture has evolved into a sophisticated, strategic sector, deeply intertwined with global markets, climate challenges, rural development, and food security concerns. Given all these rapid changes, the skill sets required by farmers, agri-entrepreneurs, and agricultural students must also expand beyond traditional agronomic expertise. Now, understanding core business principles is just as essential as knowing soil science or crop management techniques. This unit aims to give readers a robust yet approachable grounding in agricultural business management. It's specifically designed for people with an agricultural background but who might not have had formal business training. So whether your goal is to manage a small family farm more profitably, or to scale up your operation commercially, the content here is practically relevant. It combines theoretical understanding with real-world application, preparing you to make informed strategic decisions, anticipate and adapt to risks, and lead your agricultural enterprise towards sustainability and profitability. Well, what exactly do we mean by business management in agriculture? It's far more comprehensive than simply balancing the books. Business management includes strategic planning, responding effectively to market signals, managing risk proactively, performing accurate financial analysis, and integrating technological innovation into your daily operations. By mastering these skills, you won't just handle the day-to-day. You will also shape a strategic vision that guides your farm's growth over the longer period of time. Well, here are the learning objectives for this unit. So, our goal is to understand the foundational principles of agricultural business management and their practical relevance, to apply economic and management theories to real-world agricultural scenarios, to interpret and utilize financial data effectively to support your decision-making processes. We also aim to design clear and actionable business plans that align with your strategic goals. And finally, we aim to evaluate risks, confidently integrate digital technologies, and optimize operational efficiencies within your agricultural business. Okay, why is agricultural business management more critical now than ever? Well, recent global disruptions, most notably the COVID 19 pandemic, clearly exposed the vulnerabilities in global supply chains and emphasized just how fragile our food systems can become. So, countries with strong local agricultural systems and effective management practices fared far better in navigating shortages and maintaining stable food supplies. This shift underlined a crucial lesson. Agriculture is not just about producing food, instead, it's also about national security and economic resilience. However, focusing solely on self sufficiency is not sufficient. In today's competitive global marketplace, you farm must deliver product prices attractive not just locally but also internationally. Achieving cost effectiveness requires careful strategic management, optimizing resources, adopting technological innovations, and anticipating market trends. This strategic mindset is particularly important given current global uncertainties. So, recent trade tensions, notably the reintroduction of aggressive tariffs by the second Trump administration, have sparked considerable volatility in international markets. For agriculture, this scenario is a vivid reminder of the risk involved when relying heavily on external markets. To navigate this volatility successfully at a successful manner, agricultural business must embrace flexible, resilient business models that are capable of adapting to rapid market shifts. Throughout this unit, you will learn how to balance competitiveness with sustainability, manage the complexities of changing trade policies, and meet growing consumer demands for traceability and responsible environmental practices. This content is carefully structured to blend economic, managerial, and technological insights, empowering you to build viable, adaptable agricultural enterprises ready to thrive in today's dynamic market environment. As we progress, keep in mind that good agricultural management goes beyond crisis response. It's about creating stable, profitable, and sustainable agricultural business which is capable of enduring and even thriving despite uncertainty. Whether you are a farmer, a student, or an agribusiness professional, this knowledge will empower you not only to adapt but also lead and innovate in the changing landscape of modern agriculture. Well, if you ask a farmer 50 years ago what farming involved, the answer likely would have been straightforward: working the land, planting crops, raising livestock, and selling the product. Today, the answer is not quite so simple. Agriculture has expanded dramatically in scope and complexity, so it's no longer just about growing food, it's about growing a business. In fact, it's about navigating markets, managing finances, embracing technology, and responding strategically to global shifts and trends. That's what makes modern agricultural business management both challenging but also exciting. Well, why should this matter to you? Whether you're already managing a farm, studying agriculture at university, or running an agricultural enterprise, the success of your business increasingly depends on your ability to integrate fundamental business principles with traditional farming knowledge. This chapter provides you with that essential foundation. Think of it as your roadmap to managing an agricultural enterprise effectively in a world that's evolving faster than ever. Well, agriculture plays a vital role not just in feeding populations but also in supporting national economies, preserving rural communities, and safeguarding environmental health. So, effective management within agriculture, therefore, is not just a good idea, it's crucial. It's about profitability and productivity, yes, but also about sustainability, resilience, and the future of rural life. Consider the disruption caused by recent global events like the COVID-19 pandemic or fluctuating trade policies worldwide. These movements highlighted just how critical strong management practices are to the survival and growth of agribusinesses. Businesses that navigated these turbulent times effectively did so because they were strategic, adaptable, and had solid management principles in place. In today's rapidly evolving agri-food economy, the role of the agricultural entrepreneur has fundamentally changed, no longer confined to fieldwork or seasonal routines. So, what does effective agricultural business management look like in practice? Well, at its core, it includes decision making processes, supply chain coordination, sustainable farming methods, and responding proactively to market changes. Well, it's not simply reacting, instead, it's predicting, planning, and positioning your farm for long term success. It's integrating technology and understanding the financial aspects deeply enough to use them as tools, not just tasks. Farmers today are expected to do much more than grow food. They must understand marketing strategies, digital tools, logistics systems, and how to position their enterprise in a competitive market. To visualize the complexity and opportunity of agricultural business management, imagine a wheel with spokes. Each spoke represents an essential element, which is strategic planning, finance, marketing, logistics, sustainability, and innovation. At the hub, coordinating all these elements is the agricultural entrepreneur. Mastering this coordination is precisely what this chapter will help you to achieve. This section sets out the core learning outcomes that guide the reader's journey through agricultural business management. These objectives are designed to be specific, measurable, and achievable. And these objectives are aligned with the practical needs of farmers, students, and agri-entrepreneurs who might not have formal business training but wish to enhance their skills in this area. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to define agricultural business management and explain its significance. You will be able to understand the scope of agricultural business management and how it integrates production, finance, marketing, logistics, sustainability, and innovation. You will be able to articulate why managing a farm like a business is essential in today's competitive, volatile, and sustainability driven agri food sector. You will also be able to differentiate between traditional farming and entrepreneur farm management. You will also recognize the main pressures facing agricultural enterprises today, including climate change, input costs, regulatory demands, and global trade volatility. You will explore emerging opportunities such as agritourism, value added products, renewable energy integration, and digital agriculture. You will also evaluate how shifting consumer preferences, sustainability expectations, and public policies affect business strategy in agriculture. You will also be able to understand basic microeconomic concepts such as supply and demand, price elasticity, opportunity cost, and economies of scale applied to farming contexts. You will be able to grasp the role of cost structures, break-even analysis, and profit margins in agricultural decision making. You will recognize the value of market intelligence and data-driven planning for improving business performance. Well, these learning objectives will serve as a compass for both the reader and the educator, forming the basis for chapter discussions, activities, and applied case studies. By the end of this unit, readers will not only have knowledge, but they will also be prepared to apply it directly to the real life agricultural scenarios. To support meaningful applied learning, this unit is organized into a structured yet flexible progression. Whether the reader is a farmer looking to rethink their business strategy or a student preparing for a career in agribusiness, the roadmap below provides a clear guide through the key stages of agricultural business management. Each section builds foundational knowledge, introduces core principles, and guides readers through more advanced real-world applications. The goal is not only to understand the concepts, but also to be able to apply them practically on farm or in a rural enterprise or in the policy and advisory space. To guide you effectively, here is a quick overview of your learning path in this chapter and beyond. So, introduction to agricultural business management. Here, we're gonna set a strong foundation, introduce the role of business thinking in agriculture, explores the challenges and responsibilities of the modern farm manager, sets the stage for applying management concepts in real agricultural contexts. We will introduce you the core concepts and theories. So this part will include the fundamentals of business models, economic principles, financial planning, and value creation. Within this part, we will also introduce real-world examples and simplify case studies to ground theory in practice. We will also have a section dedicated for advanced tools and extensions. Here we will examine strategic planning, marketing, and digital transformation, also sustainability in greater depth. We will connect agricultural business management to broader topics like climate change, rural innovation, and emerging technologies. We will also have a part dedicated for conclusions, review, and reflection. And here in this part, we're gonna summarize key lessons. We're gonna encourage readers to reflect on how they can apply their knowledge. We will offer revision tools, review activities, and also self-assessment quiz. You will also come across with the part dedicated for additional resources. So here we will provide curated readings, tools, and media for further learning. We will include glossaries, templates, and interactive content suggestions. We will also have a section dedicated for project and practical exercises. Here, we will invite readers to apply their knowledge through a real or hypothetical agribusiness project. We will encourage critical thinking, planning, and presentation of a business idea or strategy. So this roadmap reflects the practical, real-world orientation of the unit. It's also emphasized the multifunctional nature of modern agriculture, encouraging readers to see themselves not only as producers, but as managers, innovators, and leaders in this changing sector. To support the learning objectives of this unit, a carefully selected collection of resources has been assembled. These materials provide both theoretical grounding and real-world application, enabling readers to explore key business management concepts in a way that is relevant to their own agricultural context. The resource list is designed to reflect the diversity of the target audience, from hands-on farmers and agri-entrepreneurs to agriculture students and rural advisors. Each category includes a mix of traditional academic sources, case-based insights, and digital tools, and they offer flexible pathways for readers with different levels of experience and preferred learning styles. This curated collection encourages independent exploration, engagement with real-world tools, and the integration of theory with practice, helping readers not only understand agricultural business principles but also apply them meaningfully into their own enterprises. Here you can see key reading materials, textbooks, and articles. So here are the names of case studies. Diversification on a small organic farm in Spain. This is a case focusing on multifunctional agriculture, showcasing the use of agritourism, renewable energy, and value-added production. Digital tools in dairy management, a Finnish cooperative. This is another case study, and it explores how farming tools and cooperative structures improve productivity and traceability. Another case study is young farmer startup in Greece. This follows a new entrant into agriculture, navigating business planning, EU support programs, and online marketing. Here we have AGMRI, and this is an intelligent platform combines AI-driven analytics with high-resolution imagery. It provides monitoring and insights on weeds, crop stress factors, and nutrient deficiencies to identify and qualify yield-limiting issues in the field. We also have Yields Up. This is an AI technology that provides farmers with protocols for irrigation, nutrient, pest, and disease management. We have CropWise AI, and this aims to advance machine learning algorithms and data analytics in order to increase the efficiency and production. We have Engage. This helps to increase agribusiness, their marketing communication strategies. We have Advisor Pro. This aims to improve the connection between agribusiness and consultants, also among retailers and manufacturers. We also have Orbit. This is AI-driven field application aiming to improve crop monitoring and agricultural decision-making process. Okay, this is the end of this part. We will continue with the following parts.